scientific explanation of faith. Now, faith is more than just the belief in God. Faith, scientifically, is the divine energy that you generate from the frontal lobe cortex region of your brain and also the cerebral region of your brain. All emit this divine interdimensional energy, divine interdimensional multi-wave energy, sentient energy. And this energy basically connects you and God, connects your cells through the right divine frequency to the frequency of God. It is an energy that comes from a dimension. And this plane of existence, every single thing you can ever desire in any point in your timeline, which is in the fourth dimension. In the higher dimensional plane of existence known as faith, your desires are already a reality. So when you believe in God, when you have faith in God concerning something, that faith energy, it takes that data sequence in the electrochemical signals that your brain is emitting. So it scans the data and it gets it from your brain and it goes to that dimension and it takes the reality equivalent of your desires and it brings it back into this dimension to be expressed. Do you understand? And this divine interdimensional sentient multi-wave energy known as faith, its 1% power level is more stronger than gravitational waves. So just like how there's gravitational waves, there is also the faith waves. Just like how there's the gravitational force, there is the faith force. Faith is also a force. Just like how the gravitational force is a fundamental force of our universe, the faith force is a force that is not limited to a universe, but it is terraversal. While gravity is universal, faith is outer universal. It is boundless. It is multidimensional. It operates in every dimension. If gravity is the law, faith is the writer of the law. Faith influences the expression of every other cosmic law. Do you understand? And even faith is also a particle to an extent. Now you see, faith, its smallest form, its structure, particle structure, is very similar to that of a mustard seed. Its size, its quantitative portion is similar to the size of a mustard seed. So faith in its smallest form looks like a mustard seed, literally. That's why Jesus said, if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, it is stronger than gravity. And you see, it being at 1%, which is mustard seed size, it can overpower the gravitational force of the massive mass of mountains. That's why Jesus said that you can move mountains with 1% faith, which is the mustard seed size faith. So you have to understand that it's not about the massive faith or your small faith. It is all about it being constant. That is why it is not about how weak the force is. It is about how constant that force is. Because every force in its different levels of being proportional, it always has the constancy. Do you understand? Whether it is a weak gravitational force, it is always constant. It is not fluctuating. From the weak gravitational force between your two fingers to the strong gravitational force of two neutron stars. While these are different in gravitational force levels, their constancy is the same. So it is not about how massive, it is all about whether it is constant. So you must ask yourself, is my faith constant or is it fluctuating? By reason of things happening around you. So you need to understand that in life you must have faith because God can do all things. On the universal level, there's nothing God cannot do. There is no concept that God doesn't have the capability or capacity to bring into any dimensional variation of expression. Do you understand? So there's nothing, every concept you can ever imagine. If every human being on earth could generate 1 trillion concepts, God has already thought of it billions of years ago, and He has already outtaught every single thought. So it is not about whether God can cause you to have $55,000 next week. It is about you believing that you can do all things. Let me tell you something. There is something really, really funny but true that you have to know. My family usually laughs at it. It's science related. So, do you know that your body is made of atoms? I'm sure you know that. Now, you know that the atoms don't touch each other. And do you also know that when you are touching something you are not actually touching that thing, because your own atom structure and that person's atom structure, there's a repulsion force that is causing your own atom structure and the person's atom structure to repel. So what you are feeling is the repulsion force, not that you are actually touching anything. So what does that mean? It means human beings have never touched anything, really. But my family laughs at it, especially my mom, because she's like, does that mean if I slap you right now, I have not touched you? That's why it's very hard for them to accept it, but it's the truth. The God that did that, He can do all things in your life and in every person's life, no matter the situation. Never doubt God again, apart from asking God for the grace. If you can accept what I've just said by the grace of God, there will be no more struggle concerning having faith, because God can do all things, no matter what is going on in your business. Exactly. It is all a test. It is a test. Both God and the devil want to see how you respond to the situations of life. Will you join the devil in doubt, or will you believe God in faith?